Hello everyone and welcome back to my video.
Imagine the sea about 300 years ago. Ships were sailing everywhere carrying goods, but there were no strict bindings regarding safety and security. Till these days, maritime shipping is responsible for transporting over 80% of global trade by volume. To bring discipline, the question came, out in the middle of the ocean, whose law to be applied? Should it be the nearest country law or some other country to be chosen? Who is responsible when a ship sank, when sailors were mistreated, or when tons of oil spilled into the sea? That is why maritime nations agreed every ship must belong to a country. That country would be responsible for controlling the ship and enforcing laws. This is the birth of a flag state system. This principle is written clearly in the United Nations Convention on the Law of the Sea, that is commonly known as UNCLOS Convention 1982. No ship sails free. Every ship must have a nationality, and that nationality is shown by the flag it flies. The purpose of the flag state is simple but crucial. Very first purpose is to give legal nationality to the ship, to make sure ships are safe, crews are treated fairly, and marine environment is protected through certification and verification by audits. Without the flag state, the world's ocean would have no order. A ship could escape responsibility by simply moving to another port. The flag state exists so that accountability travels with the ship, no matter where it is or where it goes. The responsibilities of a flag state. With the issuance of nationality to the ship, the flag state authority takes on enormous responsibilities on its shoulder. As because the world expects that ship must meet international standards if it is engaged in international trade. Let's point out few more responsibilities of flag state authority. Number 1. Registration and identity. A ship gets the permission to trade through the registration process under a flag state. The flag state must maintain a proper register of the ships under its nationality. Number 2. Ensuring safety at sea. The flag state is like guardian of its fleet. It must make sure ships are built and maintained safely as per SOLAS, equipped with life-saving and firefighting appliances as per SOLAS, manned with properly trained seafarers as per STCW, operated under a certified safety management system as per ISM code. It does this by issuing statutory certificates or delegating to recognized organizations such as classification societies. Number 3. Protecting the marine environment. When a ship spills oil or garbage into the sea, it is not only the ship owner who is responsible. The flag state also shares responsibility as the statutory MARPOL certificates like IOPP, garbage, sewage, ballast water certificates are issued by flag state. Number 4. Upholding seafarers' right. Flag state is also the protector of the seafarer as guided by Maritime Labour Convention MLC 2006. It must make sure seafarers are paid regularly, hours of rest are respected, living conditions on board meet minimum standards, proper medical care is provided. Number 5. Investigating and enforcing. If a ship under its flag is involved in a collision, grounding, fire, or pollution, the flag state cannot look away. It must investigate the incident, identify causes and enforce corrective actions, share findings with the industry if the casualty is serious or severe. It must punish ship owners or masters if they break international laws. Number 7. Continuous oversight. The flag state is not finished after just registration. Its responsibility is continuous as long as the ship flies its flag or changes flag. Conducting flag state inspections, monitoring compliance with ISM, ISPS, SOLAS, MARPOL, STCW and MLC, acting against substandard ships even to the point of withdrawing the flag. So if we read it from the captain's perspective, then we have to be concentrated on some points, like for you as a master, the flag state is your supreme legal authority at sea. You represent it every moment your ship sails. What does this mean in practice? Master must ensure all certificates issued by the flag state are valid and up to date. Master must comply with all flag state regulations and circulars. Master must report serious incidents immediately to flag state authority. Master must protect the welfare of the crew because the flag state will hold you responsible if you don't. Now, so far we understand like a summary of flag state, what it does, how it takes the responsibility. But if we want to go further detail from the article from which it describes all this, from which we extracted all these responsibilities and purposes, then we have to go through the articles of UNCLOS convention. Let's read little bit deep inside. Like under the United Nations Conventions on the Laws of the Seas, UNCLOS, flag states have specific responsibilities to ensure that ships flying their flag comply with international maritime laws and regulations. These responsibilities are outlined primarily in Part 7, that is High Seas, and other relevant provisions of UNCLOS. Key responsibilities include: number 1, jurisdiction and control. Article 91 says the flag state has exclusive jurisdiction over ships flying its flag on the high seas. It must maintain a genuine link between the state and the ship. Article 92 says ships must sail under the flag state of one state only and are subject to its exclusive jurisdiction on the high seas, except in cases explicitly provided for the international treaties or UNCLOS itself. Meaning, a ship can be registered under only one flag. They can change the flag, but they cannot remain under two flags at the same time. Now, next one, number 2, ensuring safety at sea. Article 94 says flag states are required to take measures to ensure the safety of ships, including construction, equipment, and seaworthiness. Ensure that ships are maintained by qualified crews, taking into account applicable international regulations or instruments. Also conduct investigations into maritime casualties or incidents involving their ships. Number 3, environmental protection. Article 217 says flag states must enforce international rules and standards to prevent, reduce, and control pollution from ships. They must ensure their ships comply with these standards and impose penalties for violations. Flag states are also responsible for ensuring that their ships do not discharge pollutants into the marine environment. Number 4, labor and social standards. Flag states must ensure that working crew on ships flying their flag comply with international labor standards, such as those set by International Labour Organization and International Maritime Organization. Number 5, prevention of illegal activities. Flag states must take measures to prevent illegal activities such as piracy, smuggling, and unauthorized broadcasting by ships flying their flag. Article 91 to 109. Number 6, investigations and enforcement. Flag states are required to investigate and, if necessary, prosecute violations of international maritime laws committed by their ships, regardless of where the violation occurs. That is as per article number 217. Next, assistance and cooperation. Flag states must cooperate with other states in enforcing international maritime laws, including search and rescue operations and combating illegal activities at sea. That is article 98 and 100. Next, registration and documentation. Flag states must maintain a register of ships flying their flag and ensure that ships are properly documented and comply with international regulations, that is as per Article 91. Number 9. Liability and compensation. Flag states must ensure that ships flying their flag have adequate insurance or financial security to cover liabilities such as oil pollution damage as required by international conventions, that is as per Article 235. These articles are all belong to UNCLOS. Okay, next, reporting and communication. Flag states must communicate relevant information about their ships to international organizations such as IMO and cooperate in sharing data to enhance maritime safety and security. Last one, number 10, reporting and communication. Flag states must communicate relevant information about their ships to international organizations such as the IMO and cooperate in sharing data to enhance maritime safety and security. So we understand all these matters from where it is coming. It is coming from the UNCLOS, basically, UNCLOS convention. We also understand that a ship must be registered under a flag. At the same time, we need to understand that a ship can be built in another country. At the same time, it can take flags of other country. This is very common in our industry, and this is accepted as per our industry norms. The most common example of a flag state we can say about Panama. Under Panama flag, there are so many ships. In regards of number, we can say maybe they are the highest flag state issuing country for the ships. And at the same time, we have to understand also the flag state takes enormous responsibilities when it issue the statehood for a particular ship. Likewise, here it says flag states play a critical role in ensuring that ships comply with international maritime laws, safety standards, and environmental regulations. They are responsible for exercising effective jurisdiction and control over their ships, enforcing international rules, and cooperate with other states to maintain order and safety at sea. Failure to meet the responsibilities can lead to international scrutiny and liability. So that's all about flag state. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to meet you in next video.